was certainly something that we didn't expect. It was one of those days in which everything went right for us early. We got outstanding pitching from Drew Parrish. We didn't make an error, and that's always encouragement for us. And certainly to name one guy who was instrumental in getting it done for us, it would probably be a 4 or 5 way battle. These two young men to my right were certainly, they came up big in the RBI department, and that's what we look at as competitors, is getting it done in run scoring situations. And this was certainly helped by a little wind, but who cares? That's called baseball. They don't count Ernie Banks' wind-blown home runs in Wrigley, so we're certainly not counting them here.
Tim, to have the day that you had with 2 home runs, I mean, what was it like out there for you?
That was surreal. Didn't expect that, honestly, but you know, you gotta be ready when you get put into a big situation. I believe I did that today for the team.
Drew, you hit a lot of home runs. We talked to you a lot about your home runs. Talk about his home runs. What that meant for the team to see him.
I've never been so excited for a home run in my life, even my own, ever. I think the excitement in the dugout when Tim does anything, actually, if he catches a ball or even throws a ball, I mean, we just go nuts. Those were 2, they're smashed, and that really got us going, especially the one in the second inning, and then from then on.
11. I mean, what can you say about Tim and the jump he made, kind of joining the team this year and kind of contributing like he did in the big moment?
It just goes to show you that all most of us want in life is an opportunity to show what we can do. This young man right here was on the Florida State club team last year. I don't think the guys that drove to the site of the game got gas mileage. They just love to play baseball. And Tim Becker is one of those guys that loves to play baseball. He comes out as a walk-on. I find out he's a senior. I'm going, boy, I'd keep a senior. That goes to show you how smart I am. Well, he kept getting better. He kept getting better, and all of a sudden I realized he's a great teammate. He is a tremendous young man. That's how he got his opportunity to make the travel squad. Then he gets an opportunity to play. All I gotta say is, what's that guy's name that took Luke Gehrig's?
Wally Pipp.
Wally Pipp steps in.
Tim, were you the best hitter on your club team?
No, we had a good group of guys, but you know, shout out to those guys that kept me in the game for 3 years.
Did you try out each year?
I only tried out this year.
That was the only time you
That was
tried
the only
out?
time I tried out.
What is this? I mean, the home runs are something, but now you're at a press conference beside him and him.
Yeah.
What is, I assume it's not really set in what's going on right now.
I'll probably realize it tomorrow, but I'm just soaking in the wind, and we'll get back to business tomorrow.
When did you know you were going to start now?
I believe this is his 5th start. Have you started? This is his 5th start. He just kept getting better. He was a guy that was a baseball player. He knew when to go throw the ball to second base. He knew he had to hit the cutoff man. He knew the nuances of the game. You can't make silly mistakes and expect to win day in and day out. He knew what he was doing. And on top of all of that, I'll repeat again, he's just an outstanding teammate. He's had, remember, he had a couple of big hits against NC State. So this wasn't a breakout game for him, because he had a breakout game against NC State, the way he hit the ball off the wall a couple of times, had 2, maybe 3 hits. It's just great to see people have success as a result of getting an opportunity. And he certainly has done that.
Drew, how are you feeling at the plate right now?
Good. Just timing, I think, is everything in hitting, and George's got a great hitter's park, so that attributes a a lot to our success today. But timing is everything, and I think I feel pretty good in that respect.
For both Drew and Tim, I mean, obviously you don't expect 6 home runs, but was there a thought with the ballpark and the conditions today that you guys could go out and you swung it well, you could put some runs up?
Not 6. Didn't expect that. In BP, you could kind of tell the ball travels. I thought Wake Forest, NC State, those parts traveled, but I haven't seen it like this before. But to put up 6, that was definitely unexpected.
Tim, same question to you.
Yeah, I think today we just stayed true to what we've been taught all year. You know, staying short through the ball, and the home runs will happen. So definitely didn't try to do that.
Tim, some of your teammates from the club team were tweeting about you, and obviously pretty happy.
That's been all year.
Just what's that experience like, and how was being on that team with some of those guys? How's that helped you get to where you are now?
Up until this point, those were the best 3 years I've ever had playing baseball. So shout out to those guys. But you know, they kept me in the game. You know, they got behind me this whole year. So kind of for them, just playing their dream too, being able to walk on.
And what's the process of going and trying out and joining the team? Like, what did you have to do? What was the situation, and what was it like when you found out you made it?
So it was a 60-yard dash. I think the whole trial was 25 minutes. 60-yard dash, 3 throws, and then we had 2 rounds of 8. They were like, all right, we'll let you know if anything happens. I was like, well, that was fun. Got to get on the field, took a few off the wall, so that was cool. And then, 2 days later, Meat called me. He's like, hey, we need you down here. That was it. So
Why
definitely
did it
shocked.
take you 3 years to try out?
I heard a lot of rumors that they just didn't look at people, so that was just kind of the word. But I knew this was going to be my last year of baseball, so I figured let's give it a shot. Nothing to lose.
Who do you, the first call you make when you make the team?
My dad, my mom.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did it say about, I guess, your team that every happening they scored to cut it, you guys would come right back and score again? 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs. It seemed like that's how the game went.
Just goes to show you that if you can answer, it makes everybody in the dugout, especially the coaches, feel differently. I didn't get no bless you out of you. It's just one of those situations that you hope that your team understands the importance of so-called answering and not going up there hacking early, making quick outs. And that's what we did. We had some very quality at-bats, and it was important that we answered him. When Mendo hit the home run, certainly it was a great feeling, but yet we knew that they are liable to come back and do something. Sure enough, they did, and of course we got 3 big ones in the ninth.
11, Coach McCormick, I think he said he looked at the turning point was in the 6th when they're down 4 and load the bases, no outs, and you got out with only 2 runs across. I mean, what's that say about Chase and Antonio you brought in there, and do you kind of agree that was a moment where it really could have gone south?
Yeah, certainly. Chaz pitched very well. It was neat the way he kept his poise and got the big outs for us. And then when Antonio came in, he struck the lefty out struck the righty out with an outstanding slider to get us in the dugout.
I mean, I guess in what could be a busy weekend, how nice is it where you can rely on him for 3 innings and really save a lot of arms for the rest of the weekend?
Well, we just know that there's still so much tough baseball left to be played. I mean, you're talking about a Georgia team that's the number 3 seed in the entire 64-team field, a team that has just been in the top 5 the majority of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you guys can help me on that. But this Georgia team is very talented. So we know that if we play them, we know we have to have a solid game in order to be successful.
Drew, you guys had a lot of success early in the count. Just how important was it to come up there hacking?
Very important. I think we had a good beat on their guys early on, and then it seemed like everything was clicking. They were throwing a lot of strikes. We knew they were going to throw a lot of strikes. Their pitchers don't walk very many guys, and we put some good swings on some counts, or in some balls early in the count, and capitalized from there.
11, obviously Drew's 2 home runs were pretty big, but to see him go the other way with that double at the end, I mean, just what does that show, or what does that say about what kind of hitter he can be?
Well, he had a chance to bunt earlier, and I was kind of hoping he'd bunt too. You know, he really tried to go the other way on that. That was encouraging, because you don't want to be looked at as a guy that is gonna be put in that shift the rest of his career. And as long as you take that thing the other way 2 or 3 times, coach over there gets an attitude, tells everybody to play normal, and then everything returns to so-called normality. But it's big that he drove that ball into left field for a stand-up double.
Drew, we asked you yesterday about the importance of winning the first game. Now that you've done it, how much better is it? I know it can change in a hurry, but going in knowing that you put yourselves in a good position.
It definitely feels weird. This is the first time we've done it in 3 years, but nothing changes. You know, we're ready to play whoever we play tomorrow. We've got a good turnaround. We'll have time to sleep in, and then 7 o'clock will be a big one, and we're looking forward to that.
Any more questions?